Pihak media telah berikan kita liputan pada hari ini. Saya kena datang untuk beri liputan dan saya pada pagi ini nak membawa attention kepada laporan RCI yang telah dihantarkan kepada meja-meja kami pada pagi ini. Kenapa satunya sekarang baru nak hantar laporan pada hari akhir Parlimen dan juga findings apa yang terkeluar dalam laporan itu mengatakan bahawa ini kita satu politically motivated kerana ini adalah satu yang telah bila menjalani ni chairman sendiri memang nampak bias dia apabila dia mengendalikan RCI pada masa-masa dia kendalikan itu. Jadi kita dokumen dah siap dan dihantar kepada bawah duli yang di-Pertuan Agong dan 6 minggu telah boleh dibagikan kepada pihak-pihak ahli parlimen. Kenapa tidak dibekalkan? Dan hari ini ditolak pula. Kenapa kita tidak boleh membahasnya? Jadi ini menjadi satu tanda tanya dan ini menunjukkan bahawa apa yang anggapan kami ini adalah satu yang langkah politik yang lepas berapa puluh tahun baru dikeluarkan dan mana yang kita tahu bahawa berapa bilion duit rakyat, duit negara telah hilang kalau dikatakan tetapi tidak dilakukan apa-apa siasatan masa dulu, masa Gubernur Bank Negara itu Tan Sri Zeti pun dulu dan Perdana Menteri yang dulu, tetapi sekarang ni dikeluarkan atas alasan untuk menjatuhkan lawan politik.
Saya ingin melahirkan perasaan terkejut dengan laporan Suruhanjaya Siasatan Diraja. Laporan ini yang dibentangkan pada hari terakhir persidangan Parlimen. Ini adalah satu laporan telah membuat beberapa show yang agak mengejutkan. Tadi saya telah bangun dalam Dewan untuk meminta bahawa laporan ini dibahaskan. Dan saya telah meminta itu Yang Berhormat Menteri untuk memberikan masa pada hari ini supaya dapat dibahaskan. Dan beliau cakap dia akan jawab kemudian. Kita harap perkara penting seperti ini diberikan ruang dan tidak ditutup supaya ia diputuskan kemudian oleh pihak Kerajaan Persekutuan. Show-show yang dibuat adalah agak signifikan, mempunyai impak yang agak meluas kerana mencadangkan tindakan perundangan ke atas bukan sahaja Perdana Menteri, Menteri Kewangan, Bank Negara termasuk mungkin Gubernur dia, semua lembaga pengarah, Ketua Audit Negara, Khazanah, juga pihak KSU, Pegawai Kanan, Kementerian Kewangan dan banyak lagi. Hampir keseluruhan sistem kewangan republik. Dan perkara ini harus dibahaskan di Parlimen. Kerana seperti ini nyatakan dalam show-show ini, saya belum lihat secara terperinci kerana ia amatlah tebal. Ia agaklah tebal. Dan di sini kalau saya hanya berdasarkan kepada ingatan saya kerana masa itu saya masih seorang ahli parlimen berbahas dengan Yang Berhormat Menteri pada masa itu tentang skandal forex yang dikatakan melibatkan, sekarang dia cakap 31.5 bilion. Pada masa itu ialah 10.7 bilion ringgit. Dan ini juga termasuk contingent liability pada masa itu.
3 kali ganda.
Saya percaya bahawa dalam show ini kita lihat angka-angka yang tidak pernah disebut dalam Parlimen pada masa itu. Iaitu sekarang nyatakan bahawa jumlah kerugian adalah 31.5 bilion ringgit. Sedangkan pada masa itu diumumkan 10.7 bilion ringgit dan itu juga merangkumi contingent liabilities. Kalau kita lihat laporan Bank Negara pada masa itu tidak ada angka yang menyebutkan 31.5 bilion. Dan kalau saya baca laporan ini secara ringkas, kita nak tahu, saya cakap dulu dengan angka 31.5 bilion. Perbezaan di antara 31.5 bilion dengan 10.7 bilion ialah 21 bilion ringgit. 21 bilion ringgit. Macam mana boleh sembunyikan 21 bilion ringgit, angka yang begitu besar, dalam akaun bank negara ataupun mana-mana akaun? I think this raises very serious questions. Of course, in the report they say it's amortized over a 10-year period. Now, you want to amortize a hidden 21 billion ringgit loss over a 10-year period. It is not easy. It will be detected by international monetary financiers and observers who actually look through all these national accounts. So we want to know how that was done. That could be done so cleverly that even international experts cannot detect it. And don't forget that the Bank Negara at that time was awarded the best central bank in the world. How come it was not detected? That is something we would like to know. And amortized over a 10-year period. If it is amortized over a 10-year period, the recommendations that were made to take action not against the Prime Minister, the Minister of Finance, Auditor General, Bank Negara officials and Governor, it should also cover 10 years after, because you amortize over a 10-year period. That means you talk 1992, you talk 2002. You talk 1993, you talk about 2003. You talk about 1994, you are talking about 2004. Who was the Prime Minister in 2004? Who was the Minister of Finance then? So you talk about amortization over a 10-year period. Don't tell me the Prime Minister at that time did not know. So are you saying that you are going to seek an explanation or action against Pak Lah, who was the Prime Minister at that time? I think this is why I suggest that this matter be debated in the House, because it raises very serious questions. How can 21 billion ringgit, the difference between the announced losses over the forex scandal and what is now to be revealed has the actual losses, 31.5 billion compared to 10.7 billion. How could such a huge sum be hidden? Maybe you should tell us so we can learn. We can learn how you can amortize and hide it over 10 years. It's not easy. Because they're always, like balance sheet accounting. You must always balance out. This is the principle of basic bookkeeping. Otherwise, you cannot balance. Now, where was that hidden? And how come it was hidden so cleverly that no one detected it until the RCI reviewed this?
30 years later.
I think our accountants, when we talk about creative accounting, even all these Enron, all these Lehman Brothers, all must learn from Malaysia, because they was never detected. I think this is why there are serious questions that must be debated in the House. And that's why I rose earlier in the House to ask the Speaker so that we can have time to debate this. Secondly, the questions of asking action to be taken against the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance at the time. Now, if there is any wrongdoing, as far as Pakatan is concerned, take action. But does that mean that there is a conspiracy to hide actual information? Because if you can hide information like this, what assurances are there that information is also hidden on the one NDB scandal?
Why no action taken?
Felda scandal,
FGV.
Mara, banyak lagi skandal. Or are we going to be discover it 20 years later?
Why not now?
When you form an RCI. So let us have an RCI on every scandal. So there is no hidden figures. There is no cover up. There is no, suppression of information. The third point. I think the third point is, we want the federal government, if they are going to adopt these recommendations, to explain how come the IPCMC has still not been established, even though it has been recommended by the Royal Commission of Inquiry into PDRM. The Royal Commission of Inquiry in the PDRM recommended that the IPCMC be formed to investigate and take action against any police wrongdoing. But despite being a recommendation by the Royal Commission of Inquiry, up to today, there has been no effort to establish the IPCMC. Only EAIC.
Yes.
So why I said
Quite ineffective.
so these are the 3 points which I just want to mention here, because I think there are other points that will be covered by my other colleagues. But I think the best channel now is for this matter to be debated in the House. And as I said, I asked the Speaker just now, that when I came in, I was shocked to see a report of this volume so thick. How to finish it, don't know. Because I remember 25 years ago when I was debating the forex scandal, it was 10.7 and the full accounts was shown. So I want to know whether the 31.5 billion was actually contingent liabilities that were realized in subsequent years. But how do you amortize over that period without being detected? I think this is the 21 billion ringgit question. Without being detected by international financial accountants. It is not easy to hide 21 billion ringgit. So I think we feel that we want to know the truth, to make sure, like what Kak Wan says, there is no political motive, there is no political persecution after the fact. Let's have a full debate. Let's have a full debate in the House. And we hope that time can be given at the end of the session. So at least we will know. We will know what action is the government going to take, or at least let us discover how this was done, and whether the scope, the terms of reference should be extended to cover not only 92, 93, 94, but should be extended 10 years when the 21 billion ringgit losses were amortized 10 years after. That means up to 2004, which includes the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance at that time.
Kita terkejut lah ya bila kita terima pagi tadi atas meja, sedangkan tarikh atas muka depan ni sendiri pun adalah 13 Oktober 2017. 13 Oktober
Parlimen belum mula.
kita mula 23. Sidang Parlimen 23. Kenapa tidak boleh letak laporan ini atas meja kita pada hari pertama sidang Parlimen? Ini merupakan RCI. Kita seharusnya mengambil berat ya RCI ni. It is kiranya the highest level of investigation lah yang boleh kita adakan di negara kita. It is a Royal Commission of Inquiry. Tapi kalau laporan RCI pun boleh di lengah-lengahkan. Ni kerana bini boleh dilengah-lengahkan. Macam itu memain. You're making, you're playing with the RCI.
No, they're making mockery.
It should be on our table on the first day.
Not
And
the last day.
we agree completely. Ianya sepatutnya menjadi di antara agenda yang terpenting. Isu-isu yang telah ditimbulkan oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Bagan berhubung dengan bagaimana jumlah 21 bilion boleh disembunyikan dan hanya muncul setelah berlakunya RCI. Ini satu persoalan yang cukup besar. Dan begitu juga dengan syur-syur yang terkandung dalam laporan ini. So if you consider the RCI, kalau dianggap RCI ini satu laporan yang penting, bukan sekadar an eye wash, nak buat satu drama sahaja untuk nak buat isu politik dan sebagainya, maka ambil tindakan, bahas, bincang, dedahkan bagaimana penyelewengan ataupun kesalahan yang sebegitu besar boleh berlaku tersembunyi untuk sekian lama. So kita sokong sepenuhnya supaya laporan ini dibahas dalam Parlimen, kerana kita nak tahu cerita yang sebenarnya. Kerana benda ni kalau dulu boleh buat, sekarang pun boleh buat. Ni yang kita nak tahu. Itulah sebabnya kenapa kita inginkan perbahasan itu.
People including Tun Mahathir, Auditor General, Bank Negara, etc., is that there was concealment of the actual losses. First, we want to say this, and this was said to the Commission. Annual statements to the Parliament, yep, and to the Cabinet were based on the Auditor General's report. Right? The Auditor General is a professional accountant, and he, although the Auditor General had initially raised some questions directly to Bank Negara, Dato' Sri Anwar, as the former Minister of Finance then, told Bank Negara to reply to those concerns, and between auditor and auditee, both of whom are represented by professional accountants, they came to an agreement how to present the figures. So, at least Dato' Sri Anwar said to the Commission, and I will repeat it here, he said, these are the professionals. The professional accountant of the country, the Auditor General, signed off on the report. So, the question of misreading cannot even arise. In other words, you don't expect a non-accountant to question the professional accountant who is entrusted as the Auditor General. You can't challenge him. How do you challenge him? When he has done the job together, when he has audited the auditee, which is Bank Negara, and given his sign off on the accounts. Yeah, that's the first point. The second point is the accusation. Again, I'll repeat it. Is like you're concealing. If the question is concealing, Guan Ning started the point. I just want to clarify it. The information about the so-called 31.5 billion was only found out in 2007. This was said to the Commission. How was it found out? Because Tan Sri Zeti, as the then governor, did an investigation. And who was the then Minister of Finance? The current Prime Minister. So he knew about the so-called figures. He must be presumed to know. Zeti knew about it. The Cabinet must be presumed to know. What did they do about it? So if you are going to start pointing figures now at the whole range of people and say, you guys concealed the figures, what about the whole group in 2007 who also concealed the figures? The same thing will apply to them, which would be the current Prime Minister, who was then Minister of Finance. Now, the issue did not stop there. In 2012 in Parliament, the issue was raised again. The Bank Negara forex losses issue was raised again, and the Deputy Minister of Finance that time in 2012 again repeated the same figures. So this must be known to the current Prime Minister, the current Cabinet, and all of them stood by those figures. So again, 2012, the same group is standing by the actual figures, the audited figures of the early 90s. So how can you suddenly come now and say, all this range of people are concealed at that time? So this is why we are saying this report is politically motivated. The timing of the presentation of the report today confirms that fact. Why are you hiding the report for what? Almost
month plus.
Almost
Month plus.
Why are you hiding it from us? Why are you hiding it from Parliament? Why are you hiding it from the public? You give it on the last day so that we cannot debate it.
Okay.
Yeah? So a final point, because we just got it today, it's quite a lengthy report. The legal teams are going to be discussing it. I'll be discussing it with Dato' Godial, who was Dato' Sri Anwar's lead counsel. We will also be discussing it with him when we get a chance to see him in hospital, so that he also will have his say on the contents of the report.